YouTube? What's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my video. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let me make sure this thing working. I done made like a handful of videos, and the live feed don't work, so I want to make sure it works. No, we got one person in here. Virgo Life, what's going on? The Resistance, what's going on, man? All right, it's working. Had me nervous there for a second. Alex Express, what's going on? Alex Express, you get your authority running? I recall you was in the middle of getting your authority, getting your insurance and stuff going. Oh, yeah? Making all the money, $10,000 a week. But anyway, I don't want to, I'm sorry. It's just, I know a lot of my videos be long. I'm long-winded. I just have a lot of things on my mind, and YouTube is a place for me to just say what I want to say, and I can just be myself. I can just say what I want to say. So it'd be a lot of things on my mind. I just be want to just run my mouth. But yeah, send me an email, man. I've been meaning to talk to you for a long time. Send me an email, jhtrucking45@gmail.com. But I want to talk about these Tesla trucks. I want to talk about these Tesla trucks. 404, I got my Duns LLC EIN, then set up my business account, yet trying to secure some money for maintenance since I have older truck. Can you educate me? All you gotta do is go through my videos, man. I mean, it's a lot of guys on here with videos. You got Jeffrey L. You got it's a lot of guys on here that's got their authority. You got Newhouse. He just got his authority. I was watching some of his videos. He got a few giblets about making sense of your authority, guys, starting a trucking business. So there's a lot of videos out here with guys got their authority. So you got a trucker coach, all these guys out here. But I want to talk about this Tesla truck. I'm very suspicious about Tesla, and this is how I feel about Tesla. If y'all texting somebody and you can send that emoji, like it's kind of suspicious, like you're thinking about something. This is how I feel about Tesla. That's how I feel about Tesla. I'm like, yeah. So I've been Googling around, watching other YouTube videos. It'd be nice if I can just have my videos more productive, more animated, but that's too much work, and this is what's on my mind. I'd like to just say what I want to say right off the top of the dome. But let's talk about this Tesla truck. Like, these companies are falling for the okie doke. That's just my opinion. I feel like these companies are falling for the okie doke. Elon Musk he's got no proof on what's going on. He's using all these companies' money to do his research. That's what he's doing. Because I was watching some stuff, like he's not planning on releasing these trucks, no, not anytime soon. He's doing research right now. So he's got engineers riding around in these trucks, these so-called CDL / engineer drivers riding around in these trucks. I don't know if they're loaded or not. Like they don't say whether the trucks are loaded or not. It's like, I don't understand. I'm like, stop playing with me and release this stuff and stop playing. I want to see what the truck can do. So I'm a tech geek, you know. I like technology, you know. I don't feel a threat at all when it comes to my industry, just because I feel like a diesel power truck is always got a place in trucking. Diesel powered trucks ain't going nowhere, not anytime soon. I mean, I do feel like battery powered trucks will have a some type of importance to the trucking business, you know, in some way. But I don't see battery powered trucks just taking over trucking. No, I got a feeling maybe Freightliner may come out with one, because Tesla is just one company, you know. I don't see them having 50% market share in the trucking business. I just don't see that. I see them having a decent size market share, maybe 5%. And having 5% market share is big. Just think about it. Amazon, I forgot the numbers, but Amazon has a large retail market share of the market right now. They're just, I mean, it's getting so bad where Amazon is just taking over Walmart right now. Like Amazon is making Walmart reconsider their business model. It's crazy. You know, Sam's Club, when you start hearing about Sam's Clubs closing and stuff like that, it's like, oh, damn, Amazon, you know. So back to Tesla. My point is just, you know, just to demonstrate my opinion on market share. I don't see Tesla taking over a large portion of the market. Freightliner, you got all these other trucking companies out here. Freightliner, Peterbilt, well, PACCAR, you know, PACCAR and International, and the other subsidiaries of, you know, because you got the 6-wheel drivers, you know, the 26-foot box trucks, you know, the moving trucks, and, you know, garbage trucks, dump trucks, like all these different commercial vehicles out here. And these manufacturers are not gonna let one company like Tesla just come in and take over. So I see Tesla bringing up the idea of a battery powered truck, then the other manufacturers gonna come along. Okay, so you got Freightliner may drop a battery powered truck, and then you might see a Peterbilt battery powered truck, a Kenworth battery powered truck. Can you think about it? A battery powered W900, that'd be crazy. A battery powered 379. I mean, it's just crazy. A battery powered Cascadia. Think about it, man. A battery powered ProStar. Woo! It's crazy, man. It is crazy. Hold on, I'm just going through these questions. I don't want to ignore y'all. I'm trying to stay on track here. Warren Buffett ain't buying. Warren Buffett didn't buy Pilot because he felt threatened by Tesla. guess. I don't recall seeing any information about that, but I checked that out. But yeah, so let's talk about Tesla. So so it's kind of interesting that guys, you know, this industry, the diesel trucking industry is threatened, you know, threatened by Tesla's electric trucks. And it's just kind of interesting where I haven't seen not one Tesla truck pull a load. It's like I see all these videos about Tesla trucks, you know, with a you know, it looks like they're going after UPS, because the Tesla trucks that they're going is the gray trucks pulling the gray trailer. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like they're going after UPS as a big customer, as a customer to buy their trucks. At least I feel like it. So there are two models. They got the mid-roof, and then they got the studio version. So it's kind of interesting. I mean, you know, I figure once they get it to a place where the damn thing not breaking down all the time, because like if any of you guys know about the cars, Tesla cars, them damn things break down all the time. They break down all the time. And there are videos, there are news articles all over the place that people can't get their Tesla cars worked on in a meaningful amount of time. There's a wait on parts. The customer service is terrible. I mean, you can go on and on. People, I mean, we're talking about like weird issues. I read this one story about this guy. He said he brought his Tesla in to get it looked at because he was driving. Every time he drives down the road, the passenger side, one of his doors would unlock. Just unlock. Just going down the road, the door just unlock. Just open up. We need to fix that. There's some customers talking about when they make a turn in the middle of an intersection, the steering wheel lock up. We can't have that in a truck. We can't have that in a big truck. I mean, we can't have them kind of, they need to work out every single bug that they can. I'd be damned if you're going down the road and then the Tesla truck freeze up on you. Because the Tesla truck is a big computer, right? Because you know, like with cell phones, your computer, your iPhones, all kind of technology, you know how you be using your phone and it just freeze up on you? We'll deal with that because it's just a phone. But you're going down the street, you riding down the road with 40,000 pounds in the box and your truck freeze up on you. That we can't have them kind of problems. All that got to happen is one time. They just need one time. Let one of them Tesla trucks run into 80,000 pounds of truck running into somebody. Nah, we can't have it. But it is fully computerized, you know. So I was watching a couple videos, and it's just a lot of red flags that just as a driver that is very important to me. Okay, for example, the braking system. I'll get to the J brake system, all that kind of stuff. Because there's certain things in the commercial truck that are very, very, very important. Now let's talk about the braking system. There's just some red flags that come up in my mind. I'm like, okay, this is a fully electric, battery-powered vehicle that's ran by a computer. Okay. For what I know about a truck, the braking system is ran by air. Okay. In these trucks, we don't have brake fluid. We don't have any like fluids in brakes. braking system is governed by air. You need air lines running through the truck to provide brakes, a braking mechanism for the truck, right? The weight of the truck, the suspension system of the truck uses air. Okay. A lot of things on this truck uses air. Different switches, the transmission, gearing system uses air. It's just a lot of things under the hood that uses air. I'm trying to think of some other things that uses air. The seat, and just a lot of things on the truck uses air. Certain parts of the transmission, as a switch or a mechanical situation. So if we don't have a diesel engine, just think about it. I don't know if any of you guys are aware, but the air compressor on these trucks are like glued on to the engine. So whenever the engine is running, it's producing air. The air compressor is stuck on the side of the engine. So being that air is so important, that makes sense. We got to have the air compressor stuck to the side of the engine. It's the direct drive. The air compressor has a direct drive to a DD15 engine. So as soon as you crank it up, that air compressor is running, producing air at all times, because the braking system is very important. We got to have brakes in these trucks. It's just on-demand braking system. You got to have it. So I'm thinking, okay, if a truck is battery powered, they must have electric air compressors. Now, what if the battery goes dead? What if the battery goes dead? What if the truck freezes up? The computer system just freezes up. It's just something to think about. It's just some red flags that just dawn on me. It's just okay. You don't have a diesel engine to back this stuff up. I don't know, Tesla. Y'all need. They may have some safeguards on that to work on that. I don't know. Braking system. What else I was going to talk about when it comes to the Tesla truck? Shoot, I lost my train of thought. Nah, I don't think a driverless truck. I don't think that's going to happen. It's probably going to happen, but I don't think anytime soon. I think we're far away from that. I think we way far away from that. I don't think we're close to that complete 100% driverless truck. I think maybe like a hybrid of some sort where the truck can do like an autopilot, but then the driver can supervise and take control of it. But I just don't see 100% driverless truck, 80,000 pounds running down 75. I don't see that. Not anytime soon. It's just too much risk. It's just too much risk. It's too much. You need somebody to be accountable for that. Insurance and stuff like that. And so the braking system and some other things I'm kind of curious about when it comes to these trucks. The distance. Okay, they say they got two variances. They got the 300-mile variance. They got the 500-mile variance. Okay. between 300 and 500, that's only 200 miles. As we know with batteries, new technology, it never goes the way it says in the book on the sticker. So if it says 300, you might hope to get 250, maybe 225 out of it, maybe 200. Okay, if it says 500 in the manual, on the paperwork, on the ad, on the brochure, if it says 500 miles out of a charge, we can probably count on a solid 400. How about when that battery gets wear and tear on it? We're in a commercial application. Monday through Friday, 11, 12 hours a day, 50, 60, 70 hours a week, this truck is going to be running. Well, the theory is that it's going to be running. So, what about maintenance? Has Tesla figured out, okay, like any kind of maintenance program, charging stations spread out across the country every 200 miles? I'm just trying to use my common sense on how they're gonna really implement this product in the marketplace. If you look at their cars, they barely can keep up with their service and support on the cars. But we gonna have a commercial application out here where guys trying to make money and make a living? No, ain't no way I'm gonna be sitting up here waiting a month, 2 months to get whatever the case. You know how, like, y'all can just Google these stories on people waiting all day long for like little silly things of what's going on with their trailer, with their Tesla car. You know, the door won't shut. The Tesla keep rebooting in the middle of traffic. The Tesla car locking up in traffic. There's all kind of things going on. So, let me go through a couple videos, and y'all can Google this, but this is my channel. I want to talk about it. I'm curious on how they're gonna handle the taxes. How is electric vehicle? If you run in a truck, if you got a Tesla truck, they need to come up with a better name just for one. You know, because when I think about a truck, I think about a Peterbilt, Freightliner, Kenworth. You know, so let me turn y'all around. Let me walk y'all through this video. All right, so
they've got cameras right here.
Here's a YouTube video. It's close up of the truck. All right. So we got electric doorknobs.
Door handles.
All right.
Yeah, I wonder why this thing is stopped here, and I wonder why they're not charging.
So you got airlines for the trailer.
In there.
It looks like they got 4 motors. It looks like.
Let's see.
Hold on.
It's a pretty fine machine, I think.
It looks like it probably just came out of a PM because it's got that grease on the 5th wheel. Like they just greased up the 5th wheel. It's got cameras all over the place. That big black box back there, it looks like the brain of the truck. It's probably the computer of the truck. That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't know, actually.
All right. Look like they got regular tires on there.
Some miles.
Got air brakes. You can see the you can see the airlines. See the green airlines? Those are airlines. Though the blue and orange ones, those look like electrical or maybe coolant hoses or something like that. Refrigerant hoses. But them green lines, those looks like airlines. Okay. So they probably have an electric air compressor to feed the braking system. Not saying it's impossible, but it's just questions that I have. I'm not an engineer or nothing like that, but I don't build cars, electric cars, but it's just okay. I support I'm confident in a diesel powered truck just because I know it's reliable. I can get diesel fuel anywhere. It's portable. Diesel fuel is not that heavy. Okay. A gallon of fuel is 8 pounds per gallon. So a fully loaded, so if we look at the weight for a battery versus some diesel, and then the cost of that, is there a return on that? I mean, these are things like a trucking company would need to think about, not just saving fuel, but okay, like IFTA, because it looks like this truck has got IFTA stickers on it. Because when the guy walks around here, we're gonna show you, it's got IFTA stickers on it, so it's complying with the IFTA program. So I'm thinking in order to run that truck, Tesla is paying full freight for IFTA. Like when a truck driver buys fuel and they're in the IFTA program, a percentage of the fuel price of the diesel price is taxes. Okay. So you got to find out what the taxes are, like Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina. When you run through a state, say you drive 100 miles through a state, you have to calculate 100 miles times whatever the state if the tax is. So say like Georgia, I think it's like 32 cents a gallon. So you do 100 miles times 32 cents. Right? So, but since we bought fuel in the state, since we bought so many gallons of fuel in the state, we don't have to pay the full price that we bought. But since they're not buying fuel, they have to pay the full price of diesel fuel. They have to pay the full price for taxes, for the IFTA tax. For driving through a state. When you drive through a state, you got to pay this state to drive in our state. So they're not getting no discount because they didn't buy any diesel fuel. So I'm thinking for electric vehicle, will they come up with electric IFTA program or something, or they just leave it like it is, and whatever miles that they drive, say you drive 2,000 miles a week with a Tesla truck. That means you got to calculate in all those states that you drove through, and you just pay the full price on the taxes that you drove through those states. That's the only thing I can think of. We just talking about a Tesla truck. So, I mean, the time come. I mean, I might buy one. I might buy a Tesla truck. I mean, I might get rid of this Freightliner. I'll be like, damn, it's a nice truck. How much is it? Oh, it's about 150,000. Okay, run my credit. Yeah, you can get you a Tesla truck. And, maybe next year y'all might see me running a electric Tesla truck. But anyway, let's continue with this video.
drive unit.
Okay. So you got the fifth wheel.
Here. Actually.
All right. See right here. If any of you guys know about a differential or a big truck axle, it looks like to me that they retrofitted a Meritor rear end to fit their electric motors. See, that's the control arm that goes across. And you guys got a Freightliner, a truck, you know that's a control arm that goes across. Okay. And see how they bolt their brackets, and they look like they retrofitted a rear end. They took the big round cups off both sides and they retrofitted looks like a Meritor rear end. I don't see them making their own. They probably bought some Meritor rear ends and retrofitted it.
Not rear drive axle truck. Okay, so that's the
see electric motors. See the airlines. Those are all airlines. You got the air manifolds. Okay, like they got sensors on there, I guess, to monitor like air pressure. See the IFTA sticker down there. So it's they got a DOT number. Tesla's got a DOT number, so everything is complying with the law.
In the middle, and then you do have a seat back here. Have they added another seat? I wonder, because at the semi-truck event, it was only one seat in the back, and then there's no cab. There's no cab back there. But they folded in the mirrors. Looks like some unusual wear there. Oh, there's camera too. Okay, so that is on.
So they got cameras and stuff.
That's on the 3. Yeah. So there's camera right there. This is the first time I've actually seen the camera on this thing. That's actually kind of cool. So they've got camera right there. Logitech. Okay, yeah. So just one seat back there. And then you have the 2 screens up here.
Steering wheel looks kind of small. They got regular steer tires, you know, Goodyear.
Good. How are you?
22 5s, you know.
It is, yeah, for sure. It's exciting.
Got IFTA stickers. Look, they got a DOT number. They got their Cali number. You know, they got wide singles. It looks like a regular big truck, except it's electric. They got airbags.
Yeah, I think this is it actually.
Got Blue Airlines.
Yeah.
That's the charging port.
It's kind of hard to see in there, but I'm guessing that's it. It's actually pretty big, pretty wide. But I believe it's on this side. I'm pretty certain. So I've seen them charge on this side before. It's a bunch of, I think the orange is electrical. I don't know what the blue is. But you've got drive. I think it's 4 drive units, 4 motors.
Yeah, so
there's 4 motors.
I mean, it looks like they got a lot of work to do. It looks, this truck looks like a
underneath the cab. Yeah.
This truck looks like a
300 mile. This one actually got filmed in Brush, Colorado, charging. The back is pretty sweet.
Yeah, the back was cool.
Tesla.
But I guess you don't see that.
No.
But
only when it's
It looks
like this.
pretty beat up right now, but
You can see the wear on it for sure.
but yeah, so it probably came in for service. That's the only thing I think that's why it's there. because they got grease on the fifth wheel. But yeah, that's the
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know, it's just interesting, it's just kind of interesting. Let me see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those charge and discharge cycles are hard on those batteries. No Tesla dealership. I'm just gonna think positive and hope our rates will go down, and with them taking such a very high risk on Tesla. Yeah, pre-trip. See that, these Tesla trucks are gonna change the game when it comes to what we know about a truck. It's just a totally different way of running a truck. So when we talk about a pre-trip, what are we looking for? Like, what are we looking for? Like, I know when I'm walking around my truck and I open the hood, I'm doing my pre-trip and I'm looking and checking my oil, and I'm, checking my belts and, make sure everything is locked and secure according to the book, locked and secure. No bolts are missing or damaged, just like what the book say. What are you looking for when you look at a truck, a Tesla electric vehicle? I mean, I would make a joke, but I mean, you would have to go back and get CDL training on electric vehicle. It's just a different, different pre-trip, different business model to run a truck, Okay, let's talk about politics when it comes to trucking. Will Freightliner, Peterbilt, or PACCAR, or International, Cummins? Okay, you got the truck manufacturers, then you got the engine manufacturers, then you got the manufacturers that manufacture parts for the manufacturers. Everybody is threatened by this damn thing. Okay? The politics around it. We got to think about this. Now, the trailer manufacturers, they ain't hurting. The trailer manufacturers, they always going to be making money. But we talking about the truck manufacturers. Okay? Just look at Freightliner and then look at Tesla. Tesla bring this electric vehicle to the marketplace. Okay, you don't think Freightliner is threatened by this? Okay, Tesla taking some of their market share. You don't think they're threatened by this? Detroit Diesel, you don't think Detroit Diesel is threatened by this? So Detroit Diesel is just gonna stand there. Detroit Diesel is just gonna stand there and let Tesla take them down? Nah, ain't gonna happen. It just ain't gonna happen. Really? Really, Tesla? You got some balls to come in this marketplace. Freightliner ain't gonna stand for it. PACCAR, Peterbilt, Kenworth, Cummins, all these businesses that's around trucks ain't gonna let Tesla come on and just take their business. So there's another thing. When I was talking about the IFTA. So if a bunch of companies go buying electric trucks, if a bunch of companies go around buying electric trucks, so bear with me now. So what about the truck stops? What about Pilot, TA, Loves, all the independent truck stops. I mean, in theory, now, just in theory, just say Tesla take over 50% market share. So for every truck, for every diesel truck, there's electric Tesla or other variants. That's 50% less revenue that the truck stops are not getting. 50% revenue for Freightliner. Just say Freightliner. I don't see that happening, but I see Freightliner. If Tesla come out with an electric vehicle, I see Freightliner coming out with one. I see Peterbilt coming out with one. I see International coming out with one. I see Isuzu. What's the box trucks manufacturers? Isuzu, GMC. They make some box trucks. U-Haul. I mean, U-Haul. You got because trucking ain't just trucking. You got the moving and storage business. You got you got household goods. You got the you got over the road truck drivers, and you got trucking companies. You got the UPSs, the you know, the 6-wheel guys. You know, Tesla. I don't know Tesla. I really don't know Tesla. Like, they got some balls. It's because a lot of people are getting emotional, but they're not using their common sense. Our world is predominantly petroleum based, and I don't know Tesla. I really don't know. The politics around it. I don't know if our governments are ready to see a 50% reduction on revenue. We talking about a truck going down the road provides a lot of revenue for a local city, county, and state agencies. Okay, the 2290, IFTA taxes, base plate fees, registration fees, sales tax. I mean, you can go on and on. So when a truck like Tesla don't have to buy fuel, that means truck stops gonna see a 50% reduction. Just say if Tesla come in and take some of that market share, you're talking about 10%, 15%, 30, 40, 50% of the market share. Whatever Tesla takes, that's less revenue going towards those businesses that used to get that money. Repair shops. If Tesla has what's the word I'm looking for? If Tesla got a what's the word I'm looking for? If they got a lock on the proprietary, if their product is so proprietary and they don't allow outside shops to work on their stuff, you got to go to Tesla. That ain't gonna work, Tesla. You're gonna have to open this thing up. Mechanics all over the country are gonna have to get mechanics. Diesel mechanics all across the country are gonna have to get retrained on how to work on a truck. I don't know if Tesla is ready for that, because Tesla is tight on their technology. They're not letting other people work on their stuff. I mean, you got YouTube videos on guys working on their Tesla cars, but they can't go to Tesla and get help and say, hey, Tesla, I need a new electric motor. They're like, no. So just say if Tesla's gonna have to, because I can see JB Hunt is, invest millions of dollars and they buy, say JB Hunt buy 100 Tesla trucks. Okay. In the first day, these Tesla trucks are gonna break down. You just count on it. When I worked at JB Hunt, every blue moon, JB Hunt would order a whole bunch of trucks. They would send a group of us down to the terminal, the maintenance terminal, and it would be a whole in the back there. There'd be a whole bunch of new trucks back there, hundreds of them, maybe thousands of them. And they would give us a truck number and some keys and be like, okay, go get that truck. And I remember picking up, over the years I've been at JB Hunt, there was like one time when they sent me down there to pick up a truck. The truck was broke. A brand new truck. Broke. This is a Freightliner. Tried and true. Freightliner been around for 20, 30 years. Tried and true. So if Freightliner, if their odds of a piece of equipment is, you know, they account for maybe 5%, 10% product deficiency or whatever, a product being broke on delivery. So most businesses, you account for about 5 or 10% of product stuff being broke. It's just what it is. They're not going to have 100% of their product just being perfect. So for every 100 trucks, maybe 10 of them is bad. You know, I forgot what was wrong with that truck. I think the brakes were locking up or something like that. So one of the guys in the shop, they had to come out and look at it. They did something. One of the guys in the shop had to come out and look at it, and they did something and they fixed the brakes. And you know, that was my new assigned truck. Any of you guys were company drivers, you know how the game goes. They send you to somewhere, you ride with another guy, and you go pick up this truck. This is your new truck now. You go and pick up a new truck. That's what that is. So just say you work at JB Hunt, Snyder, or Swift, UPS, and they be like, hey man, go over there to that terminal and here the keys, you pick up your new truck. Just think you pick up a Tesla. I don't really count on the first time a guy get in that truck and it's gonna be picture perfect. I just swear it's gonna be all kind of bugs wrong with it and woo. I mean, you know, so get back to the politics of trucking. I really don't see the DOT, not the DOT, but all these agencies that govern these trucks and all the lobbyists who work for the big carriers, okay, to let a company like Tesla come in and take over a certain amount of market share when the big companies, the JB Hunts and stuff like that, and the truck stops and the TAs would allow Tesla to take a hit on their revenue, unless Tesla say, hey, let us put charging ports at your truck stops, or Pilot go and say, Tesla go to Pilot and say, hey, let us put 3 charging stations at your truck stops all over the country, and let's do some kind of partnership. I can see that. But I don't know if that would make up for the loss in revenue. I mean, because somebody got to pay for it. Because if you don't have to buy fuel, you're going to have to pay for electricity. You got to pay for electricity. It ain't free. So the charging port, you got to pay for that. So they talking about all the emissions and all of this and saving fuel. But if it costs you $100 to charge up your Tesla, what's the point? If the price of fuel is $2 a gallon and you put 100 gallons in your truck, You get what I'm saying? So, and then we got to put up with some new technology. We got to put up with new technology that we don't really know. You know, I mean, Tesla has got like a 75% failure rate on their product. I mean, you can go on Google and find all these stories about people with their Tesla. It's like 70, 80, 90% failure rate with these Teslas. And I can't see a trucking company investing $150,000, $200,000 in a piece of equipment. It needs to be making its money back. But just about every other load is broken down. And they gotta fly out an engineer. Tesla got to fly out an engineer to a JB Hunt terminal to look at this truck. Think about that. Really, Tesla? Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, you know. It's just I'm just using my common sense, and we're just discussing Tesla. You know, I'm just trying to see, like, is this a Ponzi scheme to just get revenue and to test the product and waste time and steal money? Or is this a real product that they're really trying to release? I think it's a Ponzi scheme. He's stealing these companies' money, and then the company goes bankrupt, and it's just like, whatever. Try again. I don't know. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching my videos. I got about an hour on here. We're talking about Tesla, and let me know what y'all think, man. Leave something in the comments down there. We can talk about this. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.